Hey, what's up guys? Nick Arapkalis here, and on this video I'm going to give another review of one of my favorite books of all times, Psycho Cybernetics, and why it's more relevant than any other time before. Hey, what's up guys? Nick Arapkalis here. Welcome to the YouTube channel and this particular YouTube video. Really excited for you to be here. I made a previous review on this particular book probably about 2 years ago, and it's actually, weirdly enough, it's getting a lot of views. And so it's still very relevant today, but I wanted to make an updated version because it's more relevant to my life, even more so than ever before. And honestly, it's just one of my favorite books. So I wanted to recap it, go over a few things, how it's relevant to my life, and how it, more importantly, it can help you in your life, in your business, and everything that you are looking to accomplish. So we're gonna take another stroll through the apartment. There's a little area that I think would be a really cool place to film some videos and talk a little bit more about this. So come on, let's go. All right, so we made it down to the business center. I figured this would be a cool little place to get some filming done, but I wanted to talk about this book specifically because of the fact that it's so relevant right now. And I want to get into exactly what it's all about, but I want to share a quick little story because I didn't share in the initial overview of this book I made a couple years ago. I didn't actually share this story, and I think it was very profound, and it's in a different realm that I'm in right now. But it was actually when I played baseball, and I'm gonna make this as quick as I possibly can because I know I want to get to the other information. But basically, it was a year when I really wanted to have one of my best years, and it was because I wanted to be able to go play for a Division I school. And I was at a junior college, so I needed to have a very good season in order for a Division I to take notice and sign me to a scholarship. So I was taking this type of stuff very seriously. And so I was kind of imagining one game. I was like, I want to hit a walk-off home run off the scoreboard, off the 7 on the scoreboard. I don't know why I really got clear on exactly what it was, but that was what I was getting clear on. And so I kept thinking about that all game. I kind of saw the game kind of transpiring, how it was going, how quick it was, and I saw it going very quickly, very back and forth. And then I imagined myself getting up, being the very first person to bat in the very last inning, because we were a home team, and if we scored the last run in the last inning when it was tied, then it would be what's called a walk-off. And so I imagined myself, it was a tie game, and I imagined myself getting up, I'm the first person, the first pitch, and then I hit a home run off the scoreboard. And it was just like, I kept seeing it for some, I don't know, it was just like something I always wanted to do. I thought it would be the coolest thing to hit a home run, running around the bases, the game is over, right? And so I kept seeing it, kept seeing it. And sure enough, the game was just going exactly how I saw it. Sure enough, I get up, I'm the first batter in the last inning. I get up and the pitcher starts his windup, and I immediately get chills down my spine, my whole body. And even me explaining this story, every time I explain this story, I get that same feeling. And so it felt like it was in slow motion. It felt like he was just throwing it super slow. But I mean, sure enough, like it came in, I just swung, I felt like everything was in slow motion. I swung and boom, and it just rocketed off my bat, hit the 7 on the scoreboard for a walk-off home run. I'm running around the bases, and then I come home and everyone's going wild, and I was like, that is really cool. Obviously, it was one of the coolest things I'd ever done on a baseball field. But the craziest thing is that I saw it in my mind before it actually happened. And I knew with conviction and confidence, it wasn't cockiness, it was confidence that I knew that it was gonna happen. That's why I wasn't really that shocked. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't shocked. So I wanted to share that story because I wanted to remind you how powerful the mind is. And so that's what this book is really all about, is developing your self-image so that you act in accordance to the person that you truly want to become. So I want to share that story with you to help you understand how powerful the mind truly is, and that's really what this book is all about. And so I thought it was really cool that I was able to apply that to my baseball career and do some pretty cool things. And I ended up actually signing a Division I scholarship after that. So again, all this stuff is very relevant to my baseball career, but Obviously, like I mentioned, if you've been watching this channel for any period of time, you know what's going on lately. But I want to now transition a little bit and talk a little bit more on how this is very applicable to my life right now and very relevant to my life right now. So I want to talk about how this is relevant to my life right now and how it can really help you in your life, in your business, and what you're looking to accomplish with this. So the whole idea behind Psycho Cybernetics is that it was written by this guy named Maxwell Maltz, who's this crazy self-image psychologist. But before that, he was actually a plastic surgeon, and he was helping people look beautiful. But he would make them look beautiful, and although he made them look great externally, they wouldn't feel that. They would say, I still feel ugly. I still feel like I have a cleft lip or whatever he fixed, and they still felt it, even though to everyone else they looked amazing. And so he really dove deep and figured out what was going on, because obviously these people looked amazing, but they still felt fat. They still felt insecure. They still felt ugly. And so he was like, what is going on? And he came across this whole idea of self-image psychology, which is basically how you view yourself. How do you see yourself? And the reason that this is so important, because if you don't feel successful, if you don't see yourself as a successful person, if you don't see yourself as beautiful, if you don't see yourself as really striving for the best in your life, if you don't see yourself as any of those type of things, you're not gonna act in accordance to that person. So if you don't see yourself as a person that can make $10,000 a month, then you're not gonna take the actions and you're not gonna do the things that are required to become that $10,000 per month person. But if you do think of yourself as someone that does earn 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, you're gonna start acting in accordance with that. So I made a video recently, it was actually this video right here. There's a link down in the description if you'd like to check that out. But I was talking a lot about how I was having $2,500 days with YouTube ads. And a lot of it was because of this whole idea of visualization. And so that's one of the biggest things that Maxwell Maltz was talking about, because how do we actually increase our self-image to start believing that we are that type of person? And what I shared in that previous video is talking about visualization and how powerful it is. And ultimately, when you continue to start visualizing and you keep on working on it and you keep on emotionalizing the visualizations, then you start seeing yourself as that type of person. Because what's interesting is the brain cannot differentiate what's real and what's vividly imagined. Okay, I'm gonna say that again because it's so important. You might wanna write it down. The brain cannot differentiate what is real and what is vividly imagined. So if you have an experience where let's say you do earn $10,000 in a single month, you're like, oh, like I am that type of person. I just did that, right? But what's crazy is that you can visualize yourself having a $10,000 month and your brain thinks that's the same exact thing, as long as it's vividly imagined and it's emotionalized. And what I shared on that previous video is that in your visualizations, what's very, very important is you getting emotional with your visualizations. Now, to give you a firm example on what has helped me get emotional in my visualizations is that I visualize having conversations with clients that are just absolutely astonished with the work that I am providing for them. They're calling me saying, these are the best leads that we've ever had. I don't know what the heck you're doing, but keep on sending them. I imagine getting text messages saying, hey, we closed a $2,500 deal. Hey, we closed a 5K deal. Hey, we did 20K this week. Hey, we did 100K this month. Because that's the type of stuff that really lights me up. It emotionalizes me, and I'm excited about that when I do that. Sometimes like I'm literally in my visualizations and I get chills down my back, the same chills that I was talking about in the baseball story. And that's how I know that it's really powerful, because obviously that whole instance where I was explaining, that was really powerful. And it's that same feeling that I get when I'm visualizing clients just absolutely amazed with the work that I'm doing for them. So if you want to have the success that you truly want, okay, a lot of people say that they want this success, they want to make this money, they want to find this partner, they want to, travel the world. But what do you truly want? How do you see yourself? Do you really see yourself as traveling the world, as a person that has that type of abundance and freedom? Well, if not, if you think about it and you don't necessarily feel good about it, that means that you don't truly believe that you can achieve that. So you need to make some shifts with your self-image. And one of the best ways that I've just constantly been saying is visualization. One of the other things is great is affirmations, continually telling yourself good things, and obviously just keeps on going down in your subconscious, but visualization. So write down exactly what you want. Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to make $100,000 a month? If you want to make $1 million, do you want to spend time with your best friends and family and just have time freedom? Whatever it is, write it down, because there's so much power in writing things down. And then once you're clear on that, once you have a clear written down formula on exactly what you're looking to accomplish, then you start imagining it, you start visualizing it, you start getting emotional with it, and think about those things. So it's not necessarily making $10,000 a month. What does that $10,000 a month do for you? Does it give you more freedom? Does it allow you to quit your job? Does it allow you to really unlock yourself creatively? Think about those things in your visualizations. Maybe it is the conversations that you're having. Maybe it's the people's lives that you're changing. Think about the stuff that's really gonna light you up and get those chills running down your back, because those are the things that's really gonna emotionalize you, and that's what's gonna make your visualizations that much better. So that's kind of the rundown on Psycho Cybernetics. 1000% recommend that you pick this up, read it. Don't just treat it like a little book though. I mean, you'll notice, I'll just point it out right here. Like I have some things right there where it's just like, I have things underlined. I have things, I mean, I'm not gonna go through the whole book, but as you can see, like it's pretty ripped up. Like this guy has seen its time, and it's because I treat this like a textbook. I treat this like it's a manual to life, because that's really what it is. And I strongly recommend that you pick this book up, you read it, and you reread it. And one of the best hacks that I can recommend is get the audiobook as well as the regular book. Listen to the audiobook while you're reading it, because it helps with comprehension. That's what I do with all my books. That's what really helps me learn at a quicker pace with better retention. So strongly recommend that you pick this up. One of my favorite books of all time. A lot of people don't even know about this book, but I consider it one of the best of all time if you really want to grow your mind and really get clear on what you want and really actually achieve what you want. But thank you for watching this video, guys. I appreciate your time as per usual. Make sure and subscribe to the channel. Make sure and share this with some friends, because this message needs to get out to more people. This book literally could transform lives, and we need to get that out to more people. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I appreciate your time, and we will see you on the next video. Tonight.